our beloved YouTube family. As we approach the dawn of a new year, I wanted to take a moment to reflect on the journey we've shared together in 2023. This year has been filled with both challenges and blessings, and I wanted to open up and share some of those moments with you. To our new subscribers, thank you guys so much for subscribing to our channel. For those of you who are new here, stopping by for the first time, thank you for stopping by. Welcome. In 2023, our sweet Gracie faced numerous challenges. We experienced many visits to the emergency department, several hospital stays. She battles through multiple colds, especially during the late summer, fall, and now winter. It's been a tough journey, but we faced it together as a family. Even now, as this video you are watching, Gracie is just getting over another cold. She's had it for so long. I've had to sit up at nights with Gracie sleeping on my chest. My husband and I, because of what I suffered through Gracie's last hospitalization and the cold she got right after, it took a real toll on my body. So now my husband and I, we are doing half. I stay up half the night, and my husband takes a second shift throughout the night, and this has been a real blessing. It's been a tough journey, but we faced it together as a family. Amidst the challenges, there were moments of pure joy and laughter. We were even blessed with a trip to St. Lucia. Oh my gosh. I left St. Lucia over 20 years ago, and that was my first visit back to my home country. I honestly, there were so many things that they were telling me what to expect, not to expect, and I honestly didn't know what to expect. But when I got back home, oh my God, it was so beautiful. St. Lucia is so beautiful. St. Lucia is totally different from the time I was there. From the time I left there, St. Lucia is totally different. I think had I gone back to St. Lucia and didn't have anybody to take us around, I don't think I would be able to get around as easily as we did. It is beautiful, it is different, and it's different in a good way. We enjoyed our time in St. Lucia. This was the first time both Caleb and Grace were able to go to the ocean. Caleb loved it. Caleb enjoyed it. And wow, Caleb wanted to go to the beach every day. And that we try to do with them. Gracie has sensitivity to water. I will not be able to take Gracie to a pool because our experience with Gracie has been challenging when it comes to a pool. Gracie would scream and Gracie would, oh God, it's like Gracie's cussing everybody. But taking her to the beach, to the ocean, Gracie enjoyed it. Gracie did not want to come out of the water. Oh Lord, it was amazing. It was amazing to see that. But at the time that we were in St. Lucia, the weather sometimes wasn't all that great. There was a storm warning. It didn't come, but we went to the beach the day after, I think, and the waves were a bit rough. The ocean was a bit rough. So that happened twice, and we were not able to really stay in the water, but Caleb wanted to stay. It was so beautiful, you guys. Wow. I enjoyed it. There were highs and lows, but I prefer to focus on the highs. I will mention some of the lows, but it was nice. There was a lot happening with me throughout 2023, but I'll get to that more later. So we were blessed with a family trip to St. Lucia, a journey that filled our hearts with gratitude and reminded us of the goodness that God bestows even in difficult times, you guys. Because we wanted to go to St. Lucia and so many things were happening and we didn't know how we were going to go to St. Lucia. But God made it happen, and I am grateful to God for that. I am so grateful to God for that. Wow. Reflecting on this year, I cannot but see how these challenges have. Before I go there, I just want to talk to you guys about me personally, what I have had to deal with, especially in 2023. I remember telling you guys I'm going through my trauma. I am dealing with it, and I will talk to you guys about it. Um, Growing up, I went through a lot of abuses. I'm not gonna go into details right now, but I'm just a reflection of what I have been doing throughout 2023 for myself. Growing up, I went through a lot of abuse, but I want to focus on just one. I am not even sure if I can say that name on that word on YouTube, but as a child, and this has made my life very difficult. Very, very difficult. I'm not going to pretend. At the time when that happened, I did not remember it. Um, my brain took it upon itself to put it in the background, and when my brain was ready, when my brain, I don't know, when I remembered, it was after I had my first child. That's when the memories came back, and trust me, it hit me. It hits me like a freight train. Whew. I have suffered, you guys. I have suffered. I have suffered. The mental anguish that has taken on me. Only God. Only God. But I am going to tell you, last year was the best year. In spite of all the difficulties that we have gone through, last year was the best year. Why? Because I finally got somebody that was able to help me. And when I say that, I mean counseling, I mean therapy. I have gone to, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. This therapist was my 4th therapist that I had gone to. And that was the best therapist I've had. This therapist helped me to deal with my issues: depression, anxiety, sadness, fear, anger. Anger, you guys. Ugh. I'm not going to go into more details right now, but I am at a better place. And before we went to St. Lucia, guys, God is so good. God is so good. I remember going to church, and I'm like, I've been praying. I'm praying, Lord, am I going to die like this, unhappy? Am I ever going to be happy, Lord? Am I ever going to be able to get over this thing that was done to me that I didn't ask for? I didn't ask for this to happen to me. I didn't do anything for that person to do that to me. I was a child, remember? And I said, Lord, am I going to die in this state? Am I going to be unhappy for the rest of my life? I need you to help me. I can't afford to pay a therapist, because to get a really good one out there, it's expensive. I remember a friend of mine was trying to help me, and she said, Pearl, I'm going to pay the first session for you. And contacted somebody. The cost was $170 per session. That is for 1 hour. And the first 2 sessions would be for intake. And I'm like, Lord, where am I going to get this money? I'm not working. I'm just a full-time caretaker of Gracie and my family, you know. And I said, you know what? I appreciate what you're doing. I can't mention her name because she's a background person just like me. But if you're watching this, you know who you are. And I am so grateful. I am so thankful to God for you, because you have helped me in so many different ways, more than you can ever imagine how much you've helped me, and I am grateful. And I said, you know what, I appreciate what you're trying to do for me, but for now I can't afford it. Just let it be. And I remember going to church one Sabbath evening, and when I got there, this man was talking about a book he had written, a pastor, and he was talking about it, and his wife read a few snippets from the book, And right there, I was just filled, and my mind just said, Pearl, this is the person that will help you. And I was totally convinced that this is the person that will help me. But I'm like, Lord, I don't have the money to pay. But my mind said, talk to that person. Then a friend of mine was sitting there. She is not afraid of anything. She is very bold. And I said to her, go talk to that man for me, please. I need his help. This man will help me. And she didn't go for whatever reason. She didn't go. I don't know if she would go after, but I didn't see her go. So I was like, I can't let this opportunity pass me by. So I went to our pastor and I spoke to him. I said, Pastor, can I have a word with you? And he said, can it wait? I said, no, it's urgent. Maybe it wasn't for him, but it was for me. I said, it's urgent. And he said to me, okay, let's go to the back. And we went to the back, and I was talking to him, tearing up and choking, and I was trying to hold back my tears as always. And I said, Pastor, I need his help. This person is going to help me. Can you talk to him for me, please? I really need the help. I really need the help. And he said, okay, I will talk to him after church. Just meet me in the lobby. And so said, so I did. And I waited. He had his books. I waited for him to finish. And my pastor went and he spoke to him and said, introduced me to him. He told me, come. I went. He introduced me to the man, the pastor, and he said, can you help her? She's been going through a lot and blah, blah, blah. And the man looked at me and said, yes, I will help you. I was so happy. And I was so happy. And so my pastor told me, ask him if it's okay to give me his number. And he said yes. So my pastor gave me his number and I contacted him after. When I contacted him, he said, Pearl, yes, I will help you. I'm a little bit busy right now, but I will contact you as soon as I'm done. So a few days went by and I didn't hear from him. And as always, I was like, okay, great. He's not going to help me. And I felt so disappointed. Honestly, I felt so disappointed. But that disappointment was not meant to last. I finally got a message and said, Pearl, I'm willing to help you. Let's get together. Let's, try to set up days and time that we can talk and do this. So we did it online. And when he said that, I said, before we go any further, how much do you charge? And he said, we'll talk about it later. I said, no. I need to know because I don't want to start and then I can't afford to pay you. So he said to me, Pearl, I'm going to do it for you for free. You guys, for free. For free. There is a God in heaven. I said, for free? He said, yes. I said, are you sure? He said, yes, Pearl. I'm going to do it for you for free. And I said, thank you. Thank you so much and God bless you. And he did it for me for free. He did 10 sessions. 10 sessions, you guys, for free. And believe me, each session went over an hour. I remember our first session went over 3 hours. We were talking. And thereafter, we did 2 or more than 2 hours. Each session. Thereafter. And right before we went to St. Lucia, we had completed 8 sessions. And from St. Lucia, when I came back, we completed the 2 sessions that was remaining. And you guys, this has changed my life. I want to publicly mention his name. His name is Emil Maxey. And I know I have shown you guys the book before, but I will show you the book and I will put a link in the description. If I can't get the link, I will put the name of the book and his name in the description box. Hold on. Guys, the name of this book is The Will to Heal. And I'm telling you, this is an amazing book. An amazing book. This book has transformed my life. Not just the book, but the author of this book has transformed my life by the grace of God. And I am here today at a better place. I tell you, 2023, in spite of everything we've gone through, 2023 has been a better year for me. It's been difficult. It has. But it's been a better year for me and my family. Doesn't mean that there aren't flare-ups for me sometimes. There are. There are things that will trigger me. But because of Him, I know how to handle it. He has given me the tools to work through it. And that is helping me tremendously. With other things I went through in my childhood, I have dealt with that as well with this man, Emil Maxi. But sometimes those same people will do things that will trigger. It's like you have a wound. The wound is healing. But somebody will come and scrape that wound and pour salt on that wound. That's how it feels sometimes. And I reached to a point where in my life where I have to put up boundaries. I am no longer putting up walls because this is something I did, and that didn't help me. It didn't really help the situation. I put up walls. Why? Because I wanted to protect myself. But it made things worse for me. And this is why I don't want to put up walls no more. But I am putting boundaries. And it's not because I'm vexed with anybody. It's not because I hate anybody. But I have to protect myself, my mental health, my physical health, my emotional health. And I have to protect my family around me, because whatever affects me will affect my family. And that's just the way it is. So I'm putting up boundaries. If you cannot respect me as a person, you cannot respect my space, that means that there is no space for you. There is no reason to keep you in that space, because you are not pouring into me and my family. You are pulling out, and you keep pulling out, and you keep pulling out, and you are not stopping. So I have to get to the point when I say, okay, that's enough. This far and no further. I will not allow you to do that. At first, it was very challenging for me to do that. Because I'm like, as a Christian, do you do that? Do you cut people off? But at the same time, as a Christian, does it mean you have to let people walk all over you? Does it mean that you have to let people hurt you over and over and over again? No. God does not say that. Do I hate you when I say this far and no further? No. I just have boundaries, and that's that. Another thing that was very challenging for me was to say no. But I'm learning to say no. I'm learning to say, I will not be able to help you. And to be honest with you, it is really, it's a good feeling. It's fulfilling. And you'll say, well, that's selfish. No. And here is why it's a good feeling. I used to say yes, knowing that I'm not able to. And then when I say yes and I'm gone, I get angry at myself. I get very angry knowing that I can't. I don't see how I'm able to do that, but I have said yes, and I have to keep my word. So it wasn't helpful. It was not healthy. It was not helping me. It was not helping the person. I would do it, but it would take a lot for me to be able to do it. So now when I say it feels good to say no, it feels good to have a standard. It feels good to be honest, because I really couldn't some of the times, and I said yes, and that was not honesty. I was not being honest. But now that I'm able to say, you know what, I would love to help you, but right now I don't see how, and I will not tell you yes, because I don't see how I'm going to be able to help you. Maybe next time. And if somebody doesn't understand that or doesn't want to understand that, that is also okay. So this is where I'm at. And there are a lot of things that are challenging for me to do. Um, I don't trust. I don't trust. Um, Fear. Yeah. Fear is still lingering around. Is it as bad as it was? No. I'm getting better by God's grace. Um, Another thing that is very challenging is making friends. And like I said, I don't trust. It's better, yes. I remember I've had many people in my life, good people. And when I realize we are getting closer, the relationship, the friendship is getting so close, I quickly pull back. Without any warning, I'll just quickly pull back. And sometimes, at first, I didn't even realize what was happening. But I realized that I dreaded being close to people. Why? Because in me, this person was going to hurt me. And I didn't want to get hurt. I didn't want to give anybody the chance to hurt me. That's that's tough. I didn't want to give anybody the chance to hurt me. I didn't want to allow that. So what would I do? Build walls. I would pull back quickly, and I wouldn't call. When I see them, hi, and I would run. And people noticed that. And they told me about it, but I never told them why. And it was unfair for them. It was really unfair for them because they invested in that friendship as well. But at the time, I didn't see that. I did not understand that. All I saw was me. I cannot afford to let anybody hurt me. And that is sad. I remember it was last year before I got the therapy, the last set of therapy. I remember talking to a friend. She liked me, and she liked my family, and she liked the way, the togetherness we have in our family and how we are with each other. And she said, "You have a beautiful family. You guys are a beautiful family." And we started talking. I gave her my number. She gave me a number. We started talking and stuff. And knowing at that time, I had realized what I used to do. So I told her, "Look, I have gone through a lot of things in my life, and I have a tendency to pull back when I see the friendship is really getting closer. When I'm making a friendship with somebody, when we are getting close, I have a tendency to pull back. And if you see that happening, I don't mean anything bad. I'm just afraid of getting hurt. And this is the tendency, but I will try my best not to do that. But if you do realize that, let me know." And I don't know if she really understood what I was saying, if she heard what I was saying, but from that time, she pulled back. And I said, I said that to my husband, and I said, "You know what? It's okay. It's better now than later. I Maybe it's tit for tat for me for all the time I've done it. So I am not bitter about it. I understand, and it's okay. But we still talk, but not the way we used to. We say hi when we see each other and stuff like that." So I'm saying all of this just to say what I have gone through has really affected me in a lot of ways. So right now, I have to unlearn a lot of things. I have to start learning new stuff and making new pathways here, you know. And I have been wanting to share my story for so long. And I felt it was not right for me to do it um, under the name Grace's Journey and God's Faithfulness. This is one of the reasons we changed the name from Grace's journey and God's faithfulness to the Regis family. And God's faithfulness, but we shorten it to the Regis family. But God has been really faithful to us. He's been good. I am just doing a recap of what 2023 was like for us, what we did for Grace. I have seen a huge improvement in Gracie. Like I show, most of it I show them in shorts. I'm hoping that this year, reflecting on this year, I can't help but see how these challenges have made us stronger, brought us closer together as a family, and deepened our connection with God. The journey might be tough, but it's also filled with love, resilience, and unexpected blessings. Looking forward to 2024, as we step into 2024, our hearts are filled with hope and anticipation. We are praying for good health, joy, peace, oh God, peace, laughter, success, and God's willing, another family trip. You guys, we love to travel. And I pray by God's grace, we get to travel again this year. Where? I don't know. Life has been very hard, very challenging, finances very low. But by the grace of God, I pray that we get another trip. Our journey continues and we're looking ahead with optimism. So I'm going to take a moment to offer up prayer for our family and for each of you, our cherished viewers. May the new year bring healing, brighter days, and an abundance of blessing to all our lives. May God shower each and every one of us with His richest blessings. I pray that 2024 is going to be a better year for you guys and for us as well. And I ask it all in the name of Jesus. As we wrap up this reflection, I want to express my deepest gratitude to you, all of you. Your support, your comments, and your presence on this journey mean the world to us. Wishing you and your family a happy new year filled with love, joy, and countless moments of grace. Here's to 2024, a year of new beginnings and fresh possibilities. Thank you guys so much for being a part of our story. And I pray that you continue to be a part of our journey. For those of you who are watching our vlog for the first time, thank you for stopping by. Welcome. To our existing subscribers, thank you guys so much for always coming back to view our vlog, our videos. I am very grateful to have you guys in our corner. I am very grateful to have you guys in our family. And I am really not taking you guys for granted. I am really grateful. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys. And I just want to say a big thank you. Thank you so much for helping our channel to grow. We are now over 1,000 and I am so grateful. So grateful for the love and the support. You guys have supported us and this is how you guys are supporting us. By liking our videos, by commenting and sharing our videos, and also subscribing to our channel. So thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching and sharing in our journey. If you have reflections or aspiration for the new year, please share them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it with your loved ones. Your support truly makes a difference. Here's to an amazing 2024.